going brass, interesting. But for like the other thing too is a lot of people just are more conscious and capable of playing around them these days. Cloudpact really does not have the punch it may have once had. And this is going to definitely be a better setup for False King to be playing what he likes to play. We've got Chillas, we've got Sparkies. Two very scary things for Brass to face off against. Chakram and Nade are two excellent choices. We see either this or a Chilla for ALUMOX, and we've seen the results that she is capable of doing. I'm figuring Foxster's looking for similar results with his own tools and weaponry, or with this arsenal. Starting things off, Foxster is at a slight health disadvantage, but neither has really been able to find a way in to secure any damage. The flex and defensive play on Foxster's part is definitely aiding that. We do have a rush opportunity looking here, trying to maybe bait it out. Nice punish, Foxster not ready with the rush in time. And yeah, both just continue to play this very patiently. False King is more than happy to time things out in this current scenario. These current circumstances. One more tap, and Foxster is now enraged. This would probably be a kill moment to go for the rush. Does get a Sparky into Chilla, which takes away most of Foxster's health. Another 1-2 will take him out, and he is just he just crumbled under that as False King just capitalizing on Twin Tail's actress aura, forcing him to, like, strongly encouraging him to make these first plays, and he definitely could not keep up under those scenarios. We are going to see a change of arms, putting away the chakra, and we have accepted what arms truly is. There are no other options in this game. You pick the gloves. Foxster going in double nades. Intense, high levels of pressure capable of being thrown out with these arms. Nice rush, but it does have the backside that when they are charged and perma-charged with a brass, they very often are. Chip damage to them will cause brass to self-detonate, and False King can take advantage of this to just burn through so much of Foxster's health. Let me go for a couple, 3 grabs in a row. Another one will connect. He is looking to hold this momentum, and he lands this rush, utilizing Brass's just excellent pressure and advantage state. It will cost him the rush, but he does get the point. Next round coming up, Foxster will need to press as soon and fast as possible to prevent False King from getting his rush, dealing as much damage as possible before he... And also just to kind of give himself a chance to build up rush as well. We do see he's just about ready with his own. He is taking quite a considerable amount of damage from False King. And that shield is weakening as well. He would not have been able to block that even if he wanted to. Definitely a good finishing touch as Foxster is just above the threshold. Like, chip damage, he would require a notable amount of chip damage to be able to go into enrage, so he's definitely going to be starting off in a pretty bad state, especially since these two arms are great at punishing that enraged state as well, just like delaying it ever so further. And now Foxster's like critical health, his biggest advantage, gone, and he's going to get 2 shots, finishing him off and allowing False King to get the first point. Remove sparring, add counter picks. Let's do that. Considering how things are going, I might have to miss a round just to make sure that I grab something. Can we play? I'll remove scrap. So the sparring is still on. Just waiting for verification. No, alright. Okay. And I will be back. I'll be right back. Deeply sorry about that. I was hoping it would only be a round, but that is a game 2 in T3kn's favor. And I've got my food. Again, apologies about disappearing for that one. Just needed to grab dinner so that I wasn't causing complications on that front. So, Foxster getting knocked down once again. We are going to be heading to DNA Lab. This is tournament point, or match point. If Foxster is not able to take T3kn out here, then he's going to be knocked out of the tournament, and T3kn will be advancing to dance with Adam Brain. Foxster starting things. I remember this. I'm pretty sure Foxster used to be a sprint main way back in the day. If my memory serves me correctly, and he's going with that tried and true, going in Toaster Tri-Blast definitely another good bread and butter combo for taking on this Twin Tail, and we are actually seeing some decent results, especially in this defensive stage. He's able just to kind of keep his range. The Tri-Blast is doing a much better job, but he's got disarmed, and he's going to be eating 295 damage from that rush. Now it's his turn to try to go on the advance, try to close this gap distance. And he is definitely looking for his own rush. Desperately throws that out to break out of the chill up, but ends up eating a second hit instead, and that's kill. That is a KO. A really unfortunate finish for Foxster on that round. We are now on match point. Foxster's got one more chance. He's gotta carry things through from here. Do we get the chance for a full reverse sweep, or is he going to be seeing curtains? Starting things off. T3kn already prepared with another rush. That's a weakened shield. He's gonna go for the rush. It took him a moment to realize the opportunity, but he went for it, and he's able to get some good damage on that landing. Foxster's arms will recover, allowing him to safely continue on with the fight. But T3kn is yet to be touched, and I am going to actively put Commentator's Curse on here just to see Foxster get a chance at a comeback. Nice Chakram grab confirmed, does secure him some damage. He's got a shield breaker. If he's desperate to turn the tides or set himself some momentum, he can just go for the rush in some situations. This is a nice call. That was a good catch. 270 damage. He is just a hair above critical. He needs just some chip damage. He is definitely like looking for not to get hit by something like that, because now he's out. Did he even get his enrage? That bites.
That's a wrap.
Alright, False had too much control. He did. Let's see, type in the wording. Geez, 6 events. That's a lot of them. I'll probably take a break. Yeah, so plan is we're gonna have one more, then we're gonna take a breather, because we're gonna have to wait for Atom Brain to be available, and we'll cover the finals and so on and so forth afterwards. Was calling out where Foxster would go and box. Yeah, no, he managed that fight really well. Berg. Oh, dang. So here's a fun one. These two have yet to face off against each other in the last approaching 5 months. So it'll be interesting to see how they've progressed, how they've grown. how they like, yeah, all the things. We're gonna see a nice little show, a nice little dance. And yeah, so we are quickly off and on the races. T3kn0 going in with the Slapamander. This man immediately has my respect. One of the best arms in this game. I mean, I wouldn't say it's that hard to learn, but it definitely is hard enough that a lot of people generally avoid utilizing it. And I feel like they are missing out because it is by far one of the most effective tools in this game. It is one of the best counters to a lot of what this community struggles with. And if more people were experienced in it, it would just... it would turn the tides in so many matches. T3kn0 currently not getting the fortune that he is looking for with this alongside that roaster, as T3kn0 is just dancing, ducking, and weaving between every hit. Just making exceptional plays. Those two roasters did give him a bit of an opportunity though. He does have kill percent for this rush. If he just finds an overinvestment from T3kn0, he can close this out. He needs to just get like that rush read, or just a couple more good neutral plays. 17 seconds left on the clock. That freeze is exceptionally bad. T3kn0 knows that if he walked into a rush, he would have been out here, so he is just stalling. He ends up getting caught. T3kn0 not even trying to go for the Mander there. He still gets the KO. Nicely done. Nicely worked. Slap is exceptionally safe. It has a very risky rush, but when you know how to use its rush as well, there are very few downsides to this thing. It is a beast in neutral. It has a great punish game. Its rush, when you know and understand how to land it, or at least go for shield pressure with it, it just wrecks people's days. It is such a scary thing. I personally believe Slapamander is better, but I've never been able to work my head around Slapamander. Slapamander just works so much better for me, so I just go with that one. Because Slapamander does have win confirms. Its rush is a lot more effective and stable than Slapamander's. I think it's a little harder to land though. But just like the base details between the two apparently is enough that it's like I can wrap my head around Slapamander. Slapamander is just like a nightmare to work with unless you just are that girthy of a character. Nice roaster catch there. T3kn0 is looking for one more hit to finish T3kn0 off, unless he gets an uncharged blow. Now everything will kill. And everything will kill here as T3kn0 gets the finishing blow, claiming his first point. Setting T3kn0 in disadvantage and giving T3kn0 that tempo lead that he is definitely looking for. I think we're doing this. Alright, counter pick stages are in, and sparring ring is out. Alright. Heading into our next bout, we're going to be heading straight into the Scrapyard, well known as Mechanicus Stage. Lots of elevation differences, a lot of technical things can happen here. Lollipop's actually capable of getting to that top platform on the back wall, right from where she is right here, if you do a jump up from shield. There's a few characters that are capable of doing that, Lollipop being one of the few. I think Ribbon Girl is one of the few others. T3kn0 is just steaming right now, as he is yet to be hit. I'm going to throw that cursor on in hopes that we see a chance for T3kn0 to turn the tides here. False King just trying to box this out at this point, looking for a way in to set some tempo. He cannot get hit again. He's just way too low on health, and he's going to get knocked out. T3kn0 just running wild with these fights. Gets another KO. False King feeling the need to bring out the Wolverine claws. Probably one of the few things that I would... Manders can work against this, but they also can't. It depends on how the Mander is used and how the wielder utilizes the Manders. Nice catch, nice punish. Roaster going to be able to power through the 2 Tri-Blasts. And T3kn0 just building that lead ever so much more. Really forcing False King to stay on his on the ball tips of his feet, as he is having to keep up with just astronomical amounts of pressure. Tries to go for the deadly grab. Gonna just go for a basic grab afterwards. And T3kn0 will be cementing a second point in a large tempo lead here. Meaning that T3kn0 only needs one more win to advance and face off against Atom Brain. We got a BRB. So I think we're gonna need to wait for a few moments. While we do, I'm gonna play a thing for y'all to watch. Yeah, just be right back. And we are back. Apologies on that. Doesn't look like there are any issues going on, so we are set to resume. False King now needs to be able to make a clean reverse sweep. If he's not able to, T3kn0 will be advancing to the comeback finals to face off against Atom Brain in about 30 minutes. If he, or otherwise, if he can pull out the full reverse sweep, then we might be seeing him get a rematch. I always kind of look at False King and Atom like rivals. They're both long-standing Twin Tail mains. They've both been in the community for a long while. They're both really good at the game. I like to see them as rivals. But if False King wants to face off again and play with that rivalry, he has to take T3kn0 out first. And T3kn0 is determined to face off against Atom. Potentially, I believe if this would be a rematch. This would be. And this is it is the only rematch. That is the only fight that went to Game 5. So you know T3kn0 wants to run things back. T3kn0 wants that revenge. He wants to turn things around and dominate Atom. And he's looking, and he's going to start with False King here. Match point now on. Nice rush right here. Just going to go for it. 295 damage. Looking for maximum damage off of that opportunity. And that is definitely a start he needs on match point. He has so little ground to work with, and he needs to be able to make as much of a lead as possible and then hold that lead. The defensive patient play might be the call here, especially if T3kn0 is just not going to throw out his rush. Nice dodge, but does get a little too greedy, looking for the punish, eating 315 as a result. He does have his rush ready as a response though. If he can get a good read, if he catches a great response, he might be able to just set himself up with an even greater lead. And he gets the shock. He is going to take it. 295 damage. T3kn0 is quickly getting another rush ready. False King can take 2 to 3 hits. T3kn0 cannot take anything. We've got the rush ready. That rush will kill if T3kn0 is able to find a way in. And he sees the chance, and he's going to be able to close things out. Excellent games from False King, just unfortunately not enough. As T3kn0 is going to be able to take him out 3-0. And with that, we do actually hit our main scheduled break period. So, if you will return to us in about 25 minutes, we will be returning with Atom Brain versus T3kn0. So yeah, GG's, congratulations, excellent work from T3kn0, really good plays, much proud. Here's to the next matches coming up soon. We'll be right back. Alright, thank you so much, apologies for the short break. I mean, it was shorter than what was anticipated, so I think that's a win for everybody. We have our two players ready, and we are going to be diving in. This seems like the place that Adam likes to go, so I say this is a win for him. T3kn0 going in with Lollipop yet again. Adam is going to be trying out the Bite and Bark. I like the Biffler's set up here. It's definitely an effective tool against Whammer, where, like, Whammer can kind of work around it, but at the same time, it's one of those light arms that just, like, Whammer just can't keep up with. A lot of cases where Whammer just kind of swings off to the side, and we're already quickly seeing that as Adam is quickly knocked to just above half health. T3kn0 has barely been hit. Goes straight for the rush, and Adam gonna safely block it. Not even risking shield break here. He does get caught by a grab. Roaster is going to be able to reach through. Adam gets another knockdown. He is looking for any confirm with the Whammer to follow up with Rush. If he does, that is just huge amounts of damage. Or if he can get a good read like this, that is a nice 380. And that has balanced out the tides and catches with the grab too. He is just looking for any poke at this point. Nice walls with his weightier arms. And he does manage to secure it with a Roaster sliding off to the side. Round 2 coming in fast. T3kn0 should have the rush ready first, but if T3kn0 is going to be eating firearms, that's going to slow that rush generation, make it a little bit slower at getting ready. He does finally get it set up though, and can definitely use it to give himself a little more tempo, more ground. But Adam's like already got his set as well. He is likely looking to be able to get just to throw it out. Nice catch here. Patiently waits as well. You saw that brief small pause. That was to make sure the attack connected properly. A really smart call. Bifflers end up whiffing. The poor just... It is definitely like one of the best arms in this game, but it and Popper are like the best. All the light arms are like so good, but then the rushes just are broken. Like they don't work. There's so many cases of just light arms just like not hitting their mark where other arms have no issue. It is genuinely a frustrating thing. And it bites to see every single time that it happens. I need to open up Steam. And it looks like we're going to have a run back coming through here. Sticking with Biffler, Roaster. I think this is a good loadout. This should be able to do the job. It might be a little hard to catch Bark in a few situations, but overall, like, as long as T3kn0 is handling the matchup properly, if he's playing patiently, he should be able to make this work. Especially if he probably needs to honestly focus more on uncharged hits than charged. which unfortunately is not good when you're running the roaster, but still works pretty well, and you've got a Biffler to just make it shine that much more. Starting things off, Bark gets a charged hit. Well done, good boy. Nice catch with this rush. It will not kill, but 380 is a sizable amount, and Adam just needs one good charged hit to be able to finish T3kn0 out. An uncharged hit will require 2 smacks. T3kn0 is just looking for a little bit more. This is a rush chance. That pillar is going to be able to protect him, and it's going to protect him a second time, but T3kn0 is determined to make sure it does not protect him a third. 315 to damage. Adam is now at health deficit, and is going to be finished off by a meaty grab. Coming into our next round, it was long overdue. That Whammer definitely has done its job well, but it's just not going to keep up with Lollipop unless you just like, unless it's the right Lollipop. I've definitely come across the Lollipops where it's like, it is the best choice, bar none. But this might not be one of those. Especially when you can get grab confirms with a tribal instead. Just that much better. Heading into our next round, we are going to be continuing with the bout. Nice rush attempt, but only gets a weakened shield. It looks like T3kn0's gone full in on gloves. Gotta embrace the meta. Gotta embrace the meta. It is the true and only way to play this video game. Everyone else is doing it wrong. Promise. Guaranteed. Those roasters are definitely doing justice, just outboxing Adam. Needs one more hit, anything will do, and he's got a rush to boot. Bark saving the day, keeping his master alive. That weakened shield would actually be a perfect killing opportunity, but T3kn0 does find a chance shortly after. And T3kn0 is able to balance the score to 1 apiece. Let's see where these two want to go next. Because there's a whole bunch of places, a lot of stages that can turn the tides one way or another, and it just depends on what these two players are looking at. T3kn0 leaves the ban list open, and Adam is going to take advantage of that, bringing us to Sparring Ring. I think that means we're expected to see a Master Mummy come in. I can't say for certain, but I do know either that or the Twin Tail. I know he likes going to the stage with the more aggressive picks. So T3kn0 is diving in. Adam is taking the moment to plan and consider his choice actions, how he's going to be moving in, and we are indeed going to be seeing the Master Mummy. There, that's better. Okay. Alright. Master Mummy is selected, and we're going to see a Master Mumford Scully coming in. I am very curious to see how this goes. I usually only see Griff coming in with this weapon. It being a small light arm, definitely really good on Master Mummy because it's so hard to evade with it being just this massive, speedy little venomous fiend. But it's really easy to also just break out and beat down because it's just that single light body. Definitely one of the more unique weapons, being similar to the gloves, but not really a glove at the same time, as it lacks one of the key features being it doesn't look like a glove, and it also being a light arm. Constantly just going for these wild grabs. I think Adam is trying to bait something out. Cannot take too much more damage, and he's gonna go down. Putting the Scully away. I see a Parasol! Another really good option. That is definitely a counter to... That's an attempt at a counter to gloves. I don't see it too often. It is a pretty solid one, having one of the fastest retraction speeds in this game. Provided that you are parrying things at close range, it is such a good wall. But it is one of those weapons where it's like, if you whiff that with that thing, you are left incredibly vulnerable. Currently holding on to a light health lead though, so it is definitely doing some jobs. It does save him from that hot slap, and is gonna blow T3kn0 away. You can never forget about how effective those grab confirms can, or that win confirm can be as well. If he gets a charge hit, especially in a small stage like this, he can just pop rush, follow it up, and end up getting like some serious... Yeah, he can get just crazy amounts of damage. I don't know what Nintendo is doing, but I hope everybody over there is having fun. Nice rush, 330 damage. Great start to this round. Needs to play things safe because T3kn0 does have the rush ready, and he is definitely looking for a chance. He goes and dives in, and he's going to be able to secure 365. That's a lot of damage. Balances things out. Both are now about even on health. T3kn0 taking the lead with that charged roaster. Looking to try to just build a little bit more. Both racing to get their rushes. And both in a position, like, whoever gets their rush first, whoever lands their rush, this is their game. So I can definitely see both being a lot more careful, a lot more cautious. Like, I could actually see Adam, like, just baiting things out by healing in the middle of the field. And just trying to regain some health and abusing just Mumford abilities. Doesn't pop the rush, and I think that's going to cost him as he gets knocked down. And T3kn0 now with the lead, just not fast enough at that rush pressing button. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to press that button. It's an important button. Saw the rush happen. He needed to press his, either to save his hide or to be able to just like try to power through. If he did rush, he might have been able to power through that actually, with the fun chuck or with the parasol just like potentially forcing its way through. We do see Adam is going to be switching back to Twintel now. Coming in, Chilla, Whammer, Coolerang. A lot of Adam's favorites, a lot of ice chains available. And he is just going to quickly dive in, gets his first freeze, gets his quick knockdown. Nassia is just throwing out punch after punch. Has to stay respectful of that Slapamander, because that thing can definitely catch him off guard if he is not prepared. That said, T3kn0 can be caught off guard by this Coolerang, and we do see a nice grab confirm as Adam just like throwing out just so many attacks, definitely trying to force T3kn0 to stay on his toes. Out comes the rush, hoping to do something sizable. Not going to be able to make anything, but we do get a reverse bait as well. Both of them only eating some chip damage off of the shield. Good Slapamander gives T3kn0 a little bit more momentum. Something interesting to note here as well, Ice is really good at building meter because of just like how effective you can just like dash dance, you get the freeze, your opponent all of a sudden can't do anything. You tend to be able to get these good grabs, but if T3kn0 is playing well, then he's hitting Adam with charged fire attacks, and each of those flames are going to reduce his meter gain. So there's a nice little back and forth between these two elements here. diving straight into our next one. We do have Adam immediately opening up with a grab, tries to go for a second, and T3kn0 is like, nah, fam. I'm curious to see how this Biffler is going to do. It is a really good choice against jumpy foes. Adam's not really a jumpier player, tends to stay grounded much like me, utilizes T3kn0's ground movement exceptionally. There's still a lot that this Biffler can do, and we are definitely going to be seeing it in play as we get another 305 damage. Here comes the freeze. Adam gonna try to get an ice chain. Does not get anything, but he does get a little bit of the counter game afterwards. Still getting just the slightest of rewards. There's another freeze. Probably gonna go for a chain here, and he gets the kill! Ooh! Nicely done. The score is now brought to 2-2. I'm gonna have to get our current sitting champ, our advantaged round finalist here and ready. And it looks like we're getting the run back, so going straight back into sparring ring. For what will be the last fight between these two players. Most likely. It's still possible. It's still possible for us to get a tie. You don't see them very often, but it is possible. It is so hard to do a true, like, tie, though, in this game. T3kn0 changing things out, going with two nades. Lollipop's definitely one of the better characters for these nades because she just isn't. Her arms aren't out as often, and shield, like, if she's got them charged, she's probably in shield. Throws out a vicious rush. He's gonna get punished though. Adam is just soaring with this round. T3kn0 is just not feeling these gloves at all. And Adam definitely being like, oh, you're gonna try to blow me up? Nah, you ain't doing that. Gonna have to hope for T3kn0's sake that he is able to warm up to these explosive tools in time, because he is currently just getting outplayed and outwitted in every exchange. Here's the chance. He doesn't get it. Adam managed to parry both of those arms down. How did he dodge that? Adam is currently on fire right now. He is warmed up and he is out for blood. T3kn0 ready with the rush. These explosions just denied. We have a weakened shield. T3kn0, just go for it. Go for the rush, please, please. T3kn0, why? T3kn0, that was your chance. I'm gonna be so upset if he throws out a rush and it's blocked. That was such a huge misplay. Unless he's looking for some kind, if he's looking to prevent Adams, which he is not in a position to be looking for that. That is greedy, and he is going to be punished for his greed. Adam takes him out. 3-2 once again, and will be advancing. T3kn0 got greedy. T3kn0 got greedy. That was an excellent disarm. He didn't get anything off of that. He could have pressed the rush button. If he just pressed the rush button, he would have had like a sizable amount of damage that would have prevented Adam from building tempo. He would have been able to do something. Like, he could have stopped Adam's tempo. If he stopped Adam's tempo, he might have, like, it might have still been a set for match for Adam there. But he just whiffed. He whiffed probably one of his biggest opportunities. He went all had the weakened shield, could have went for rush there. That would have been a good time. Got the disarm. Needed to rush there. Held onto it. We did not see that rush for the rest of the match. Poor guy got destroyed. going so far, trying so hard. And ending up getting just about reverse sweep to there. As Adam just like got that momentum, figured out what he's looking to do, and yeah, that was good. Mausoleum Buster sparring, so that means DNA or temporal here. So with that done, we are going to be heading to our grand finals. We've got our top participants. These two are just amazing players. They have been in the scene for a while. They've demonstrated their capabilities time and time again. We've got Adam Brain, we've got ALUMOX. These two, like, these two, you see them in tournaments, they're worth putting money on, except gambling's illegal, don't do it. But if you saw either of these two in a tournament and you didn't see me, if you see me, you go for me, because I'm just so great. Gotta plug myself here. But if you see either of these two, you would not be making a poor decision if you favored either of them. ALUMOX, incredible, aggressive brass, just knows what she's doing, really proficient, has a lot of excellent strategy and capability. She did some amazing shield break plays during her last match. I want to see more of those. I want to see Adam do some of those too, okay? And we've got Adam here. Very well known, like, masterful twin tail, probably like in the active NA scene, definitely the best out there. And he's got a Master Mummy and Bite and Bark on the side. Like, what's not to love about this guy? Nice grab confirmed. Both players ready with Rush. Adam is just playing things safe and patiently. This stage is giving ALUMOX such a hard time. Normally this is a stage that she would love so much. But just because of the tubes and the clapback just being present, it's shut down a lot of her options. Ooh! Punish! But she's got enraged. She has a little bit of health left. She goes for the rush to save her hide. Adam is nearly out, and he gets taken down! The comeback from this girl! Once the barriers were out of the way, she's like, this is my match. This is my game. You're not taking me out here. She brings it all the way back around. That is a clip. Please, somebody clip that. That was exceptional. Heading into our next round, Adam Brain has a lot more tubes, a lot more pillars to work around with, but that was definitely some heavy psychic damage that he just took as ALUMOX just brast her way through to the front of the lines. And she is going to just rush through this defense. 350 damage. Adam still has his rush ready. And that's all he's got, as he is on Magic Pixel. She baits it out. She knew he was scared. She knew he's feeling desperate. And off of such a strong fight against T3kn0, he is quick to crumble now after that momentum. Like, once she got the momentum, once she got that energy going, she took him out. And Brass is going to be claiming the first point. ALUMOX only needs to win 2 more times as long as there's not a bracket reset. Adam has to win 3 games, 3 sets. And then he needs to do a bracket reset to be able to win. So this is a tough hill for him. If anybody's gonna do it in the active arms scene, though, it is Adam Brain. Chat, who do you want to see win? Let me know. We've got 2 exceptional players here. I love them both. They're both friends of mine. If I were to run a team, if I were to organize and run a team, I would pick both of these people. I would just be like, come, be a part of Scrapstar. You're the Scrapstar Arm Stars. These two just, I like them. They're cool people. They're good people. They're strong people. We got buff people here. We got the Mumford. We got a Hydra. Classic. Despised arm in this game. It is as old as the milk in your fridge. It's been nerfed a few times, made it a little less effective, but it is by and far still one of the best weapons. You might be asking me why. Look at it. It's a 3-pronged shot. We're going to see some good shots here. A couple of nice angles. It has those 3-pronged shots. Unlike Biffler, they are always 3 shots. We'll have to see. Keep an eye on this thing. Try to keep track on what's going on. See if ALUMOX parries one of them down. The other ones continue. The only time it's a single projectile is during rush. And when it's rush, it's fast. It is so hard to beat out. Coming next round. This is my kind of fight. ALUMOX going in with double nade. My personal favorite when taking down heavies. I don't recommend it for many people. It takes serious confidence, maybe some craziness to make work, but it is so satisfying. We've got a weakened shield. She is going to be able to capitalize on that, and ALUMOX currently holding on to a health lead. Nothing 200 damage can't sort out, though. Nice damage off of that punish. Adam just going for grabs, recognizing that ALUMOX does not have much room to breathe. And she is going to get taken out here, eating just beatdown after beatdown. If she has something to contend with Master Mummy, this will be a better matchup for her. But if she doesn't have, if she's stuck with the nades, especially in a tight-knit stage like this, it is going to be a hard fight to take. Yeah, that was an excellent counter pick. Adam Brain did some serious planning, made a good call, and ALUMOX was not ready, was not equipped to be able to respond to it, and ends up getting taken down. DNA and Buster are banned. I could see, let's see, what stages? Temple might be an okay place. I could definitely see Via or Scrapyard being potential solid options as well. And then there's always the Mausoleum. I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised. Usually, like, it used to be the Mausoleum was like one of the best, most popular, favored stages in this game. I don't think I've seen it this entire tournament. I'm honestly surprised. It is such a well-rounded stage. Might be too well-rounded. That might be the problem. I can definitely see that. Yeah, she's got a toaster now. She's got something to play around with. She does not like going double glove, so she's going to be sticking with the chakram. It's not super great against heavies, but it can and will do the job. But starting things off, Adam is quickly pushing the pressure on her, making sure that instead of having to worry about her, she's worrying about him. And that's always a nice way to kind of counterplay somebody else's aggression, is just be like, well, if you're just going to be aggro, I'm just going to be an even aggro, like a character that pushes even more in aggro. Just pure offense, pure spite and wrath. And ALUMOX is just eating these hits for breakfast. Finally gets a toaster. Adam is in a nice position though, because he just needs any single straight hit. He just has to be patient. He could honestly stall things out and try to heal, but he's going to be able to find a charged roaster to connect to Brass's head. Takes him down. Gives himself another round point. He's looking for one more to get a second set and set himself up. Hopefully, good momentum to be able to get that bracket reset. And speaking of psychic damage, that's going to be some serious psychic damage if that happens. She's just going to go for the rush, expecting him to do something. Doesn't get the shield break, just like 2 hits away. It just hurts whenever that happens. Clapback is going to be able to reflect the toaster. She has to play so patiently here. Adam just, again, huge lead. Tries to go for some grab attempts. Trying to just leap around that clapback. But Mumford-sized shields are just currently proven to be a very big challenge for her. And Adam is going to be able to take another point. Nice work from Adam. Gets himself a second set. He is looking for one more to be able to advance, or to be able to bring the bracket reset. And if he does, he finally has this chance of winning this tournament. ALUMOX determined not to let that happen. She's gone red. She angry. And she has gone full fire. We've got a Tri-Blast on the side. We've got Ram. We've got Toaster. We're just looking to burn and blast. Curious to see why she's bringing that Tri-Blast. Similar reasons you could say up to why you might bring the nade against a heavy. Still has some work. It's a really good rush. Barely whips that grab. That would have been such a nice thing to connect. She does manage to get a couple of nice pokes. One of the nice things about it too is just how safe it feels to kind of throw out and still just move about, especially since that while that explosion is happening, you get your movement. You can kind of just go about freely. Adam trying to take advantage of this height, but it's kind of just led him to be sitting and camping in the corner. Nice coverage with that Ram rush. Gets 310 damage. ALUMOX is not out yet, and she wants us to see it clearly as Adam is critical condition. She just needs one more hit, and that is going to be a round point. If she can get this next round, she can even up the score and be set in momentum to be able to take the tournament. Adam making a wise decision, putting away that clapback. He's going back to the Hydra, considering just how little it was doing. Good call to wait in shield. I know how scary it can be to try to protect yourself in that situation, but it definitely worked out well for her. There's a weakened shield. She's just trying to capitalize on some fear to end up trading because of that Hydra. Another charge knockdown. We do have permacharge, but if she's just waltzing into these hits, that's not going to break shield because of this unfortunate positioning. She does get a good bit of chip damage here. Adam has his shield just quickly recovering. That's knocked down. ALUMOX is still trying to kill him, forcing out the rush, and he doesn't get it to connect. She still has a chance to take this round. Adam's shield is withering, and she is going to be able to catch it. These comebacks with a brass are wild. I mean, it is brass. We do have to keep that in mind. This is Max Brass that we are looking at here, who is very well known for being able to make these comebacks. But that doesn't yeah, we're going to go Cinema here. That doesn't, it's just, it's such a good state. And she, while it is definitely, yes, a huge advantage, she utilizes it well. She knows what she's doing. She applies pressure well. The Tri-Blast could have punished her so many cases. Didn't. And she was able to push Adam back. Even with the Hydra being such a dominating force, an intimidating presence for her, she was able to steal her will and pushed through. And Adam is going to stick with Master Mummy here. He's hoping Temple Grounds works out well for him. He's got Popper, he's got Boomerang, he's put on a couple of different arms looking to try to counteract this approach, this style matchup. And he's going to be able to start off with a clean roaster. Boomerang, definitely a really solid tool. I generally kind of see the Rains as just worse Rams, especially when it's not the cooler rain. But Boomerang's still really solid, and we're going to have to see how Adam is able to make things work. Starting to heal some damage. He's playing the long game here. Nice catch, though, from ALUMOX as she recognizes what he is looking for, how he's trying to play things here, and she just kind of catches him out, responds with a nice meaty 255 damage rush, and she is utilizing this momentum. She is holding her ground, where this stage once worked so much in Adam's favor. Now that ALUMOX is fully decked out and going all out, he's not getting that same fortune, as she just jumps over his grab. Adam still has the rush ready. He is not out yet, and he can heal back a lot of health. He's got mummy pressure. ALUMOX does not have a rush yet, and that he just needed to press the rush button. He just had to press rush, and he would have had that point. Adam! We are now on tournament points. If ALUMOX is able to take him down one more time, this is it. He's got rush at least to contend with hers, so he does have that silver lining, but he is going to walk right into it. Second, like frames after she does hers first, that is a crippling blow. He has lost so much momentum, he has lost so much energy, he's determined to bring this back. 200 damage grab. Needed to go for another grab. He is going to be able to push her back. He cannot take any more charged hits. If he eats any full damage blow again, he is out, and that's the tournament. One more well-aimed toaster, catching him on the right tit, and he is dead. ALUMOX will claim this bracket and claim the season as her own, taking Adam out 3-2.